Hey, I'm Morgan. In August of 2021, I began my solo through hike up the John Muir Trail. I attempted the JMT with my friend Emily in 2020, but we were forced to leave the trail due to the creek fire.
Okay, what are we here to get?
My permit, come on. I opted for a route that started 27 miles outside of Yosemite and required an hour-and-a-half drive down a very bumpy dirt road. Because this was my first time backpacking alone and I was so far into the Sierra National Forest, I asked Tyler to join me for one night to keep me company as I faced the reality of the adventure I committed to. As we watched the sun set over this beautiful evening, I prepared myself for a journey that would change my life forever. Well, I said goodbye to Tyler again, and of course I'm sad, but I'm excited to do this trail alone and learn from it. I'm also nervous, but nervous and excited are kind of the same feelings, so I'm mostly just excited. As selfish as it sounded, I was excited to have this journey all to myself, and to make the John Muir Trail my first solo through hike. I was excited for the terrifying unknown. I had no idea what this trail had in store for me. Well, at least not yet. That was a bear sighting. Oh my God. I'm freaking out a little bit. Just a little bit. I set my pack down to eat lunch because I'm really, really hungry. I look up and there's a black bear, and it wasn't very far away from me, but it didn't see me. So I was just really quiet, and I grabbed my backpack and just got the fuck on the trail. Pardon my French. I was physically ready to walk the distance to Mount Whitney, but the one thing I was not prepared for was the mental and emotional challenge this trail offered me. Certain things happening in my life made this less of a physical trek and more of a personal pilgrimage that I desperately needed. I'm not sure if everyone experiences what I did while backpacking through one of the most incredible places on Earth, but this was more than a trail, more than a walk in the woods. It was monumental. I spent my first night alone in Little Yosemite Valley, which to no surprise was packed with people. I chatted with a few folks and they all thought I was insane for doing the entirety of the trail alone. Maybe I was crazy, but I'd like to think of it as courageous instead. Good morning. It is my first day on the JMT. I began the official John Muir Trail with speed and grace. My backpack was well fit and easy to carry. I felt strong, and there was nothing standing in my way. I got to Upper Cathedral Lake in the early afternoon and found a quiet, secluded campsite where I would enjoy a peaceful evening in silence. Well, so I thought. Oh, another one's arrived. Spaghetti. Good morning. It is day 4. And last night I camped at Upper Cathedral Lake. And I'm whispering because there's so many people camped by me. There's an entire mule train. And the mules are just running around. A new day. And in these early morning hours, I felt so much peace. But I mostly just felt excited to go pick up my resupply at Tuolumne Meadows. Fresh new food selection, fresh new feeling. I also was lucky enough to pick up some special treats at the store. I don't want to talk about how many hours I've spent looking for a beanie that will stay on my head. And lo and behold, at the Tuolumne Meadows store, I gone done found myself a nice beanie with ear flaps. I'm really excited. Still got a tag. It's even got a cinch. I also have a beer, and it's 10 o'clock. I am super happy. Yeah. There she is. Got it. My pack is hella heavy right now with all this food. So I'm not loving that. Good morning. Last night was night number 4. Today is day number 5. And I am climbing Donahue Pass today. Though hiking up Layup Canyon was a long, enormous struggle mentally and physically, these views filled me with so much admiration. The end was so many miles away that my mind couldn't even go there yet, so I lived in the moment. I'm almost to the top of Donahue. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh hey, I'm currently climbing Island Pass, which isn't too bad, honestly, this year. I mean, I keep stopping to take breaks, but there's no smoke. Here I am at camp. It's a beautiful camp. Good morning. It's my day 6 today. I slept pretty good. I've been waking up like at 12 and 3. So it's kind of weird. But today I go to Meadow, so I got up extra early so I could have enough time to take a shower, do laundry. I have 15 miles today, but I'm really excited for it. I think I'm gonna brush my hair now. Today, I realized just how hard the rest of this journey would be. I started getting pains in my back and in my legs, and mentally, I was getting a little nervous. My brain was full of my own thoughts, and I needed to get used to being in my own head all day. It was so loud. I knew good things were coming at Meadow, so I pressed on. Good morning. I had kind of a rough morning, night. Just in my head a lot, and my backpack was just absolutely killing my tailbone. But I had a really nice time at Red's. I wasn't gonna stay. I was gonna keep hiking, but I decided to stay. Just to let my body recuperate and that point on my back kind of mellow out. This is Captain Morgan. I've hiked 99.2 miles and now I'm laying in the grass. Really tired. It's so nice though. Yeah. Hello. I am currently coming down from Lake Virginia. I promised myself that when sharing this monumental adventure, I would tell my story exactly as it was, no false pretense. So when I say these next few days of my journey were the most exhausting moments of my entire life, I really do mean it. The epic, unimaginable views, the other trail-traveling souls, and the freedom of being in the wilderness makes it all worth it. As I have said before, we are all masochists out here. Almost to the top of Silver Pass. This is my creation today. Doritos gifted to me by Brian. And tuna and a tortilla. Good morning. It's day 9. I was gonna go all the way to VVR yesterday, but I was so tired. Mostly just, I probably could have done it if I would have stopped and like soaked my feet and my knees, but I was hurting pretty bad. And I don't want to ruin the rest of my trip by pushing it too hard. I mean, I did 16.5 miles. You'd think that's enough. But I camped by this really pretty creek. It's called Mono Creek. So I woke up this morning and I'm now going to VVR so I can have a Nero day. So I'll do only 6 miles and then hopefully get some tasty food and, you know, all that good stuff. I'm about 3 miles from VVR this morning. For about a mile. I was feeling pretty good. Had a conversation with a deer, and then I just got in this dark hole of despair and just felt sorry for myself and only wanted to go home. I've decided to just take it slower. If I start feeling like that, I need to stop and take in where I'm at and what I'm doing, and yeah, I'm so lucky to be out here. But I just sat down, had a cup of coffee, took some ibuprofen, and just took in where I was at. And now I feel much better. You never know what's gonna happen in the next 10 minutes, but this is the state I'm currently in. I just thought I'd get it on video because it's really sad and I can't stop crying. I'm ridiculous. This is so dumb. Why am I crying? Probably because I get to go have pancakes, breakfast.
The trail provides is a common phrase used by most thru hikers. I found that the trail provided me with the roller coaster of emotions I needed to feel, as well as the perfect people along the trail to cheer me through these mental struggles. When I arrived at VVR, I was greeted with a hug, a complimentary beverage, and the statement that, even though it was 9 o'clock in the morning, I could have a beer because I got up out of bed before God did. That's reason enough, I suppose. This place revived me.
It's Clean Morgan. I got myself a little hotel room at VVR because why not? And I just showered, which was absolutely delightful. But these people at VVR have been absolutely the best and so welcoming and so nice. And yeah, I know it's a little bit extra out of the way to come here, but I mean, I was welcomed with a hug and a free beer. Hi. It is my day 10 and I am hiking to Murray Lake. It's like 15 miles.
They say that the trail gets even more breathtaking south of VBR, but to get to those breathtaking spaces, you have to climb a lot. There really is never a day you don't climb up and over a mountain on the John Muir Trail. I had Miley Cyrus' song The Climb stuck in my head more frequently than I would have wanted, but the words to that song made so much sense.
Literally vultures. We waited for this bucket full of stuff from these people over there. We sat and we're hovering, and we got some good stuff. It's mostly Indian food, which is pretty good. What's your favorite thing that you got out of your hiker bucket?
Probably the gummies.
Yeah?
They're pretty good.
What's your favorite thing you got out of the bucket?
I needed things out of the bucket.
Yeah.
So, I'm deciding between lasagna and curry right now.
Ooh. What's your favorite thing you got out of the bucket?
Just these pretzels.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Pretzels? Oh my god.
I don't think this would have been the same experience if I didn't meet the incredible friends I did in these moments. I was doing this trail alone, but connecting with folks who shared the same end goal as I did was comforting, uplifting, and more genuine than in the real world. It's a beautiful thing to be a part of.
Today I'm headed to Evolution Lake, which I've heard is absolutely fantastic. Hiking is wonderful, but there's always, it's not always easy. Sometimes stuff just goes wrong, back pain, foot pain, knee pain, muscle pain. Today I'm blessed with tooth pain on a root canal that was done 6 years ago. And every time I sneeze, my teeth hit together. And it just shoots pain into my brain. So, there's nothing you can do about it out here. I'm not hiking 11 miles out to go to town. So I'll just keep taking ibuprofen. Whatever. I'm gonna be alright.
I'm still here, mountain. I'm still here, mountain. I'm still here, mountain. I am still here, mountain. Cannot tell how high up the mountain I've climbed. Cannot see through the forest. Cannot see way out of this. The higher up the mountain that I go, the races get steeper and I cannot find my flow. And the burdens that I bear sit heavy on my spine. There's a man that I'm looking for and that is why I climb. But thinking with hurry, my vision gets blurry. I cannot go faster, but still I'm in a hurry. I cannot go faster, but still I'm in a hurry. I got high, but I thought I could get higher. I'm burnt inside, but damn, I need the fire. I got high, I thought I could get higher. I'm burnt inside, damn, I need the fire. I got high, I thought I could get higher. I'm burnt inside, but damn, I need the fire. But damn, I need the fire. I'm still here, mountain.
Look at where I am, though. Who gets to be up here? This is crazy. Crazy.
This trail was starting to unfold as a sequence that was tapping into each aspect of my human composure. It started off physical, feeling the pain of my body adapting to walking all day long with a heavy pack, up and over rugged terrain and giant mountains. Then it became mental. Thoughts that told me I couldn't do it, I should quit, but then also told me I could. Now this journey became emotional. I felt something in my heart, through the pain, through the thoughts. I knew there was something more that I was learning, something big.
Arise again, no mountain, here I am.
Roughly a month before I was to take on the John Muir Trail alone, my grandfather took his life and left this earth. I found a voice message he had left while I was struggling on trail the previous year because of the wildfires. Listening to this voicemail became a morning ritual before leaving camp, letting it inspire me and cheer me on, as he so often did.
Hey, Morgan, it's your grandfather. I've been tracking you. You're having a tough time. I tell you what, keep at it. I'm proud of every inch you make. You can quit right now and I'll be proud of you. So, keep going. Bye.
He was with me in the quiet early hours of this particular morning, in the stillness of the water, and in the rays of the sun that began emerging from behind the peaks and warming my very cold skin.
It just makes my heart happy.
This was a morning I would never forget, but even being surrounded by scenery that I still couldn't believe was real, I was struggling. The toothache on my back left molar was so bad I was having a hard time eating and even thinking straight. It was a living nightmare, and I was scared. I didn't know what else to do except make the best of it.
It kind of looks and feels like I'm on the moon. It's very interesting. All around me. Okay, so I just got done with a little bit of a cry fest. I'll be okay. But I'm currently sitting in the Muir hut with my toothache. I made the decision to go 4 more nights. That's it. 4 more nights. And just go to the dentist in Lone Pine getting out of Kearsarge. So I'm gonna definitely barter maybe my Rice Krispie treat on trail with someone to see if I can get more ibuprofen and Tylenol or Advil or just something. This is not how I wanted to do this trail, but it's going to be a good test for me to find the beauty in even through the pain. We'll be okay. Just had the craziest experience. I'm sitting in Muir Trail hut, just like sobbing and sobbing. And in walk these 2 guys. And they're like, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah, I've got this toothache." They gave me some ibuprofen. And then, to top it all off, it gets passed around that somebody's got a toothache. And in walks a dentist. Yep, a dentist. And he told me I was going to be fine, but that I need to keep it clean because odds are that my root cracked, and that's what's been hurting. He said they're probably going to need to extract the tooth. Yeah, you're going to be fine. And then that same lady definitely pulled out some marijuana. And then I got high.
I wouldn't consider myself a frequent user of marijuana, but I was desperate. However, I would never recommend taking a giant rip at 12,000 feet, especially after not using the substance for a while. I was baked, to a point that I found myself sitting on a rock checking my pulse every 10 minutes and wishing someone would get me off this foreign granite planet. The good news was, the pain was gone, and I was so distracted while descending from Evolution Valley, I didn't even have time to think about the throbbing pain in my head, mouth, and jaw. It was one of the most memorable moments of the trip yet. Well, from what I can remember.
What's the rush? Feet right back of the line, got time to crush. It's best to view the shit show at a distance.
I had a decision to make. The turnoff for the challenging 11-mile trail to Bishop was quickly approaching, and I needed to decide if I would go to the dentist in Bishop or try and get further down the trail. Staying on the trail felt irresponsible because of how much pain I was in, but leaving the trail meant I might not come back to it. Eventually, time was up, and I hiked right past that trail intersection, stayed on the JMT, and went another 4.5 miles to find camp for the night. Silly Morgan.
So I was in horrible pain last night, right up until I went to bed. And I just thought, I can't do this anymore. This pain. I decided to hike to Bishop. So, you know, I feel like I am just kicking this pass's ass. Yeah, ooh, this is kind of scary. It's really high up here. Look at this. I climbed from all the way down there. Yeah. Beautiful. Oh, God. Look at that.
My home is not a highway.
Had I not made the decision to hike to Bishop that day, I wouldn't have learned so much about myself or experienced so much understanding in just 2 short days. I was raised conservatively, married young, and had felt so lost in my life for so long. I was a 27-year-old wild spirit that was simply seeking for permission to be free. I wasn't lost geographically, but within myself, and there was something about making the conscious choice to finally choose me, to take care of me, and to hike to Bishop that opened my eyes. At this point, I had let go. My itinerary, my plans, and time frame were off kilter because I was now 2 days behind schedule and on a trail that I knew nothing about. Today, I didn't care. I had let go. I took the time on this trail to let my surroundings soak in. I took the time to face my fears and skinny dip in the most incredible lake, and to accept a ride from a trail angel named Will into the town of Bishop. Though I had just met Will on the trail, he too taught me some of the most amazing lessons about being unapologetically myself, and to more often give myself permission to live life more freely. I was finally wild.
I am not lost, I'm still just wondering.
Well, I'm back from Bishop. I went to the dentist, got some antibiotics, and now I am staring at the most beautiful blue sky day out of this entire trip. Now I have a friend. Meet Mermaid.
Hola, ¿cómo vamos? Me llamo Mermaid.
And he's mermaid because he has painted turquoise toenails like a mermaid, and he really likes to swim in high Palisade lakes. That's how I met Will. So anyway, gonna hike up the pass, camp, and then keep journeying on.
My aim is distant, far away. I'm believing in.
Turns out there was an infection in my back molar, and all it took was a quick exam, a little bit of drilling, and some antibiotics. I was back on trail again, and this time revived in more ways than one.
I'm still out here and I'm still moving along, still wondering.
I've never been through so many emotions and feelings and experiences in the span of 48 hours. But here I am back on the trail, which I feel is like kind of like going home.
Where I go, I am not certain.
Whether I like it or not, pain is the fuel of revolution. Everything I need to become the woman I'm meant to be next is inside my feelings of now.
The golden staircase kind of sucks.
Life is alchemy, and emotions are the fire that turns me to gold. I will continue to become only if I resist extinguishing myself 1,000,000 times a day. If I can sit in the fire of my own feelings, I will keep becoming. Glennon Doyle.
And if this is being lost, then may I never be found.
Good morning. I'm not even sure what day it is at this point. But had a beautiful camp spot last night here at Palisade Lakes. And I camped at the lower one. Got to camp. Still had quite a bit of sunshine, so I took a dip. Nice, cool dip. Yeah, and now I'm gonna go climb. I'm gonna do Mather and Pinchot today. So I'm gonna tackle 2 passes. And I'm really excited about it.
This was a whole new trail. I felt like I had overcome so many obstacles, and now the JMT seemed like a cakewalk. I mean, backpacking is never really a walk in the park, but you catch my drift. I was no longer emotionally exhausted from overprocessing the conflicting parts of my life, and my face hurt not from a toothache, but from smiling so much. I was a giant ball of energy surrounded by incredible landscape that amplified my happiness even more. I had grown physically, mentally, emotionally, and now I had space to embrace the spiritual. I'm not talking religious spirituality. No, I'm talking about the core part of who I am as a human on this complicated planet. I began to tune into this wild part of me and began noticing myself connecting with my surroundings on a deeper level. Noticing the small things that Mother Nature offered me, how the energy from her beauty nurtured me and inspired me. They don't call her Mother Nature for nothing.
Currently climbing Pinchot Pass. 2-pass day.
My first 2-pass day was empowering. I summited Pinchot Pass at about 5:30 in the evening, and at this point, there was not one soul on the trail. The sun was slowly disappearing behind peaks that looked like castles, and the mountain's shadow chased me through a rocky, golden meadow. It's moments like this that I remember why I do this.
God, I can't wipe the smile off my face. Good morning. I feel kind of like a little girl this morning because, I got pigtails, a tie-dye bandana, a flowery fanny pack, and then like some festive gaiters. So, oh my God. It's the moment I've been waiting for. The JMT suspension bridge. The suspension bridge is coming up. Why do I know this? Because I can hear it. Yeah, here it is. Oh, so excited. We're swiveling. We're swiveling. We're swiveling.
I often get asked what I do all day to keep myself entertained besides walk. I normally listen to music or a podcast, but today as I walked, I told myself my entire life story. It was enlightening. I also plan out what I like to call a spa day. In the backcountry, it's a day you can lay out in the sun, swim in a lake, and take time to really enjoy it all. Today, I was headed to the spa.
Oh, I've hiked 8 miles It's 11 o'clock. I think I have like 2.5 more to go. I am currently climbing Glen Pass. I'm trying to make it to the Mount Williamson Motel today by 3. That's when the taxi picks up. The taxi. Yeah, this pass is supposedly the hardest, but secretly I like climbing, so.
That previous evening at Ray Lakes was one to remember. I ate dinner and gathered with friends and slept so good under a clear, starry sky. After climbing Glen Pass this morning, I determined it was my favorite pass out of the entire trail. I could not believe what my eyes were seeing. I hiked with confidence today and was surrounded by beauty once again.
Oh hey, now I'm climbing Kearsarge Pass so I can go get my resupply. 2 pass day in a matter of 3 hours. My poor little legs. Oh, my legs are so tired. They're so tired. I made it. I better watch where I step though, or I'm gonna fall down this cliff. Yeah, I made it. You know, it's pretty cool. I've literally lowered myself to the point of asking day hikers for food. I got these crackers and I'm eating them with tuna.
Lone Pine Kurt shuttle service picked a group of us up at the trailhead to take us to the Mount Williamson Motel. There, I would enjoy a wonderful stay in the perfect room, sleep in a comfortable bed, and enjoy a tasty home-cooked breakfast before finishing out the final leg of my journey.
Kearsarge Pass round 2. Great. I love it.
I was headed to camp just before Forrester Pass, the final pass on the JMT, and also the highest in elevation. I climbed all day from the forested canyon base to the treeless rocky terrain of higher altitude. I found a sheltered camp between some trees that offered me a little bit of protection from the howling wind. It was a peaceful, restful second to last night on the trail, and I was growing sad to reach the end.
Good morning. It is currently 6:30 a.m. I got up at 5. Well, I wrestled around until 5:15 because I was really cozy. But we got news last night, of course, because might as well throw another wrench in Morgan's journey. But the all California National Forests are closing. So I'm not sure if this means I'll get to summit Whitney or not. But I'll at least make it over this bitch today. I love climbing mountains. I really do. It's very fulfilling. Very fulfilling. I did it! Forrester Pass, almost the tallest pass on the JMT. It's the last pass before Whitney, and it's really steep, so I'm gonna go.
Summiting Forrester Pass was a huge milestone. I was so high on life, and everything was right in my world. I had a long 20-mile day of hiking ahead of me, but I was up for the challenge and ready to cross a lot of terrain. I felt so much love for my legs and feet, mostly just my whole body, that had allowed me to travel over these amazing wide open spaces.
That is Forrester Pass. I don't want this to be over. I'm not ready. But it sounds like they're closing the forest, so I have to get out of here. I just don't want to. It's very freeing out here, I'll just tell you that. You wouldn't believe what I just got from some Nobos. Hey! What are your names again?
Nanners?
And Thunder Buddy.
Nanners and Thunder Buddy. We traded Nutter Butters for a Nutty Buddy. They're pieces. I'm so happy! But I have to get rid of more food. There she is, ladies and gentlemen. Mount Whitney. I made it. Well, I'm about 2.5 miles to my destination, which seems extremely long at this very moment because I've now hiked 17.5 miles, which will then make it 20 miles by the time I get to camp. So, I'm tired, but I can make it.
While hiking up to Guitar Lake for my final night in the backcountry, I ran into a ranger who informed me that I could in fact summit Whitney in the morning. I was going to finish the John Muir Trail. Even though the forests were closed, we JMT hikers would be the only ones allowed on top of Whitney. No other day hikers. It would be a rare morning, and we were so lucky.
It's my last night in this tent and in the backcountry. And I can honestly say it's very bittersweet. I'm sad to leave, but also looking forward to, normal stuff, I suppose. I have a lot of food left, so I'm gonna just sit in this tent and eat until the sun goes down, because I don't really know what else to do. It's really windy, and everybody's asleep already, and I think it's only 6. So, anyway, I'm gonna go eat now. It is currently almost 2 o'clock in the morning. Getting ready to summit. It's 3:30 in the morning, and I'm climbing a mountain. It's pretty amazing right now. The stars are out. It's really quiet. I can see headlamps cruising up this giant mountain that's overshadowing me. It's crazy. You won't believe it, but the hut's right there. Oh, I didn't think I'd get emotional, but holy shit. I fucking did it. I did it alone. I did it.
The sense of accomplishment I felt as I watched the sunrise on top of Mount Whitney is indescribable. By the end of this day, I will have walked roughly 310 miles alone through the Sierra Nevada mountain range and along the JMT. I was finally complete.
top of Whitney.
It's like a collection of signs.
Yes!
Few more minutes.
It's cold, so we're in the shack. Warming up before we go down. Don't stay on top of Whitney for more than an hour. You're gonna freeze.
While at Ray Lakes, I wrote something in my journal I refer to quite frequently. I wrote, "I've both longed for and never want this journey to end. This lake is crystal blue with peaks of large granite mountains towering over it. They are like silent watchwomen overseeing the vast canyon created by the glaciers that once rested in their wombs. Here I sit, a mere ant tracing through the man-made lines that cut and navigate her valley, providing access across her terrain she prays will not go even more destroyed. Over these past several days, I have not written. I have grown, transformed, and blossomed into a new state of life. The Morgan that began this trail has morphed like the ever-changing landscapes and elevations."
99 switchbacks, preparing for impact on my knees.
Remember when I said there was something bigger I was learning out here on trail? I now know. I have learned how to again be me, and that is monumental.
Just heading down the last set of switchbacks down to the parking lot and saying goodbye to the mountains for now. It's more like a see you later, but I've just seen some amazing spaces and yeah, it's kind of hard to leave, but excited for what life brings next.
And into the forest I go, to lose my mind and find my soul. John Muir.
Cuckoo! Cuckoo! I made it! You got me! 3 posters! Oh my god! Oh. Oh my hell.
Until next time, go get lost, my friends. You won't regret it.